What's up, everyone? It's David. Welcome back to Gem and MTG. Thanks for joining today. Today's part 3 of the Kenosha Trip. I'm going to be going through all of the raw cards that I purchased from that collection. If you saw part 1 and 2, I drove out to Wisconsin to buy a collection. Part of that collection was graded. I already went through those cards. Today I'm going to go through all the raw cards. These cards were in really nice near mint condition. I'm going to go through all the cards, talk about why I liked them. We'll take a look at the cards in detail from a grading perspective, and we'll see which ones I think are going to qualify to get graded, and you'll see them in my next BGS submission. All right, and if you're not already a subscriber here and you enjoy graded Magic the Gathering content, hit that subscribe button and join in the fun. I'm going to be talking about graded cards all the time here on Gem and MTG. All right, let's get right into these cards. All right, so this is going to be part 3 of the Kenosha Trip. I'm going to be going over the raw cards that I purchased. These cards were purchased, hopefully some of them in gradable condition. Like I said, the person that I bought these from was more of a collector than a player, and he always took really good condition of his cards and stored them very well. And all these, as you can see, I didn't actually put them in these top loaders and sleeves, but this is how they were right off the bat. And I'm going to take them out of the sleeves, examine them, show you guys the cards, and I'll talk about each of the cards and why I bought it. Getting started off here with our first card, Second Chance. There's a couple of copies in here. I'm going to take this out of here. I am wearing gloves. Is this completely necessary? No. But I don't mind being a little extra careful, especially with cards that I am planning on grading. So let's take a look. There's 2 in there. Take a look at that. Wow. Really, really nice. Really, really nice. Let's take it out of the sleeve. Oh, there's actually 2 more in there. Got 2 copies, get those separated, and another copy here. So price on these was $15 each. This card is kind of weird. It was like we were literally meeting up, and that same week this card spiked up. I know that the price on this card has kind of jumped around over the last month or so. But when I looked it up, Card Kingdom had them for I think like $19.99 or something, and so we agreed on 15 each. But just right off the bat, so this one here has a little bit of a nick there on the edge. Zoom in a little bit. Really nice card though. The edges, aside from that, are really clean. Try to get a little bit of the surface on there. Clean surface. Really nice. This video is probably gonna take probably gonna be a long one because I'm just going through all the cards here. So this one, the centering looks good. The corners are fantastic. The edges, aside from that one nick, are really good. So I probably won't grade this one just because I feel like I have 2 other copies that are gonna be more worth grading. So let's take a look at this one. Now that is a near mint card. Yes, look at that. Look at that surface. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful card. Like I said, these cards were very well taken care of. This one definitely going in the grading pile. Let's take a look at this one. Make sure we're not missing any big surface defects. Not that I can see on this front side. Take a look at the back side. There's a little bit of a, not sure if you can see it on the camera. I mean, it's like a hairline scratch, but aside from that, it's a very, very, very clean surface. The corners are really nice. There's a little bit of edge wear here, if you can see that. But it's a beautiful card. So these 2, I mean, this one to me looks like a gem mint card. This one to me looks like maybe it would be a near mint card. Or I'm sorry, a 9 rather than a 9.5. It just depends on how much the wear on this back edge would affect the grade. You know, we'll have to see. But aside from that, I mean, the corners are beautiful. The centering is great. So I think I'm going to be submitting both of these. Okay, and then how you package cards for submission. This is something that everybody needs to know. First off, brand new everything. Brand new sleeves. Do not use old sleeves. Okay, penny sleeves. Don't ever put cards that you are grading into deck protectors. That's something that I would highly recommend to anybody who's planning on grading their cards. Do not use deck protectors. They're too rigid. You can nick a corner. It's happened to me. It is the most frustrating thing in the world when you are taking a card and putting it into a deck protector and you nick a corner or an edge. It absolutely happens. It's happened to me and it totally sucks. So always use a penny sleeve and put it in extremely carefully. So there you go. So these are now sleeved. Now the next thing is brand new top loaders. Not used top loaders, not ones that look pretty good. Brand new top loaders. These small variables that you can control, I highly recommend you take advantage of them. Is it 100%? You know, is it going to be, you know, the difference between getting one grade or another? I don't know for sure, but I am not ever going to take that chance on something as cheap as top loaders. If I can buy brand new sleeves, brand new top loaders, I am always going to use those. This is something that I learned from the sports card world, that you always use brand new sleeves. You don't ever want the chance of dirt or scratches or anything from an old sleeve or an old protector that could compromise the quality of the card. You don't want anything that might have dust or anything like that. You want brand new everything. Also, it's going to add to the presentation of the card. When the person grading this card gets this, they're going to see nothing in between the card and the sleeve. No scratches, no nothing. It looks absolutely beautiful. Let's get this guy in there. Nice. Okay. Also, I prefer to submit with top loaders. I know some people like to use card savers. I have used them in the past, but I never felt like it affected the grade. And it is so much easier to get a card in and out of a top loader than a card saver. I know for some people that might not be a big deal, but when when you have a card of extreme value in your hand and you're trying to smack it in or wedge it into a card saver, I don't like it. It's a horrible feeling. It's too tight. It's too rigid. I just don't like it. And then I follow that up for each card with a brand new team bag. Okay, team bag will keep the card inside the protector for sure. It's going to make sure that the card doesn't slide out of the protector. Okay, brand new top loaders, brand new penny sleeves, brand new team bags. Seal it up. Done. This card is ready to be graded. Next one. And these supplies are not expensive. Trust me, in the amount of money that you're going to pay in shipping and grading and purchasing the cards, this is a drop in the bucket. I got all of these supplies for like $10. Completely worth it. So there you go. There's 2 copies of Second Chance ready to go. This guy here, this one that I'm not going to be grading, I'm still going to throw it into a penny sleeve. But this one is just going to go into my, vintage reserve list collection. Probably not going to get graded. But there you go. First card, Second Chance. Let's get to the next card. Okay, let's get started off with the next card here. Is going to be a few copies of Lotus Veil from Weatherlight. Awesome reserve list land. So I picked up a number of copies of these he had a bunch. I was like, you know what? I'll just take them all and I'll pick through them and see see if any of these are worth grading. They look really nice from the front, as you can see. Some of them are a little more off-centered than others. This cards and Weatherlight and a lot of these vintage cards in general are hard to get well centered. So I think there's one of them right off the bat that I saw the centering was pretty rough. But let's take a look at the back of these. They look very nice. They look very nice. And again, on the gloves, I just when I'm handling a number of cards, and I'm doing this for a while, like I have a lot of cards to go through, I like to wear gloves just because I have a tendency to kind of get a little bit of moisture, sweat, or whatever on my hands, and rather than washing my hands tons of times in between, I'd rather just wear the gloves and not even have to worry about it. The last thing I want is a bunch of hand sweat to get on what might be otherwise a pristine card. So let's go ahead and get these out of the protectors. That's one. There's two. Three. One more. Four. Okay. So you can see them a little bit clearer now that the top loader's off. They look very nice. This is the one that's a little bit off center. These two both. This one looks pretty nicely centered. But none of them are too bad. I don't think any of these would be like 8 or 7 centering or anything like that. Top to bottom, they're all pretty good, but a little bit off centered on a couple of these. But they look very nice. Let's get these out of the sleeves and take a look at them. Here's the first one. Oh, see, this guy looks really nice, right? Nice surface. Good edges. You'd say, dang, this is great. But this one has a little bit of a binder ding. Let me make sure I can get this. There you go. You see that? Nope. So this is a really nice copy of Lotus Veil, but that one is going to go over here. That's not going to go in the grading pile. Let's take a look at this next one here. That's why you got to pull your cards out. You got to examine them from multiple angles, and you have to be completely unbiased. As hard as that might be sometimes, you got to just, hey, it has a ding. I know it's going to get wrecked. Don't even bother. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your money. If it's not gradable, don't send it in. You're just going to be disappointed because I promise you they're not going to miss anything. So let's take a look at this guy. This guy, on the other hand, looks very nice. Nice clean surface. No dings. Pretty well centered. Nice. A little bit of edge wear on the bottom, but no like chips or anything. Let's take a look at the back. Back looks very nice. This is a nice card. Look at that. Very nice copy of Lotus Veil. I think this one is going in the grading pile. Awesome. Okay, so let's get our brand new penny sleeve. Brand new top loader. And our brand new team bag. Nice. Okay. This card looks fantastic. Really happy with this one. All right, that one's going in the grading pile. Let's take a look at this next one. All right, so this one we got a little bit of edge wear on the top. You can see that. See that up there? Like when you're looking at it like this, if you do the eBay angle that I like to call it, where they like shoot the angle like this or some weird angle where, or they put it on like a white background or something so you can't see the edge where. This is so annoying. Um, but yeah, so take a look at this one. It looks really nice, but once you kind of take an overhead look at the edge there, it's got a little bit of wear up there. Corners are very, very nice though. The surface is very clean. There's a little bit, I don't even know if this is going to get picked up on the camera. I'll try to get it there. But down there's a couple very small micro scratches on the surface there. So this one, I would assume a card like this might get a 9, but the fact that it's a lower value card, the cost of grading, because I think that it could very well get an 8.5 with that edge wear. I'm gonna have to think about this one. I'm not 100% sure if I would be submitting this card. So I'm gonna put this one up here right now and move on to this next one here. Let's get this out of the sleeve. Okay. Okay, so looks very nice. Less edge wear than the other one on the top. You can see a little bit of it. It's not even like, it's not like chipping, but it's just a little bit of kind of scuffing along that edge. But the edges are quite crisp. Oh, wait, nope. You see that? It's at the right angle. So let's see if that's like dust. Okay, that was just a little bit of dust hanging out there. Okay. So this one looks very nice too. That's why you got to take them out, see if any of this is just like dust on there. You know, and that's another reason that I like the gloves. I don't feel uncomfortable going like this, you know, and getting a little bit of the dust off with if I just had my sweaty hands on this, I would not feel comfortable doing that, and I don't like to use other stuff on the card. So on this one, okay, so here's another thing. So take a look at bingo. You see that? That surface ding. When you hold the card like this, you don't see it. It looks absolutely phenomenal. And then you get it into the right light, and then a little bit of a surface ding there, kind of like a binder ding. So on this one, it's kind of hard. I'm a little torn on this one. I think I'm gonna put this into the non-graded pile just because of that ding. I feel like that could be a pretty severe ding. So I'm gonna put that one in the non-graded pile for now. But this just goes to show you. I mean, look at these cards. On first glance, every single one of these looked like an absolutely pristine card. But then you really get down to it and you get really nitpicky, like you have to be. You have to be really nitpicky and really unbiased when you're looking at your cards like this. Don't fool yourself and try to fool a grader and send in a card that if it doesn't get gem mint, you're going to be disappointed, and know that you submitted something like this that had obvious defects. Be honest. Take the best one that you have. If it truly is grade worthy, do that one, even if it's just one copy. Okay, the rest of these are going to go into the vault. All right, next card here. You know it. You love it. Dream Halls. I can't stop buying Dream Halls. I just love the card. I saw them, had to have them. All right, so let's take a look at these guys. Oh, and I forgot to mention the Lotus Veils. We did those for $32.50 each. He gave me a little bit of a discount because I was buying a bunch of them. They're about $40 on most places for near mint, but again, if I can see the cards and they look very nice, I will pay a good amount for those. But yeah, I was buying them all off him, so he gave me a bit of a discount since I was buying a bunch of them. There's several Dream Halls here too. One of these has multiple copies in it. So let's get these out of here. Ooh, Wow, that's nice. Ooh, I hope there's no surface stuff on that because that looks really, really nice. Ooh, baby. I'm telling you, this is a near mint card. When you order a card off of an online website, this is what you should be getting. Absolutely beautiful. Hopefully there's no surface dings on there because it's well centered. The corners are very sharp. The edges are clean. Hopefully there's no surface issues or surface dings. Let's take a look at this top loader. There's actually 2 copies in here. Okay, let's get these out of the way. Okay, looking good so far. Looking very good so far. Let's take a look at these ones that are not sleeved first. So this one, you can see it's a little bit off-centered. A little narrower on the right than the left, but the corners are very nice. The edges are very nice. Let's take a look at that surface. Don't see anything. Don't really see anything on that back side. On the front side, looks quite nice too. Nice. This is aside from being off-center, that is a very nice card. And again, you don't need to have perfect centering to get a 9.5. You can get a 9.5 with 9 centering. So that looks really nice. So again, it depends. So would the centering on this be an 8.5 or would it be 9? Tell me in the comments below. What do you think? Should I submit this one? Because if it gets 8.5, it's going to be a 9, which is, fine, whatever. But aside from that, it always sucks when you have 9.5, 9.5, 9.5, 8.5. It's like, God. I know I'm not the only one. So tell me in the comments below if you think I should grade the stream halls. I'm going to put it in the grading pile for now. Let's put this into a brand new penny sleeve, brand new top loader, and a team bag. Again, I prefer this method to using card savers. I don't like putting cards in and out of card savers. I just don't like it. I know some people have no problem doing it and do whatever you want, but I like this a lot more. It's very easy to get the card in and out of. I never feel like I'm forcing the card in. I don't have to to get it in there. I just prefer that, especially with a sleeve. Like putting a card in a sleeve into a card saver, go ahead, try it. Practice before you do it. That's another thing. If you are like, oh no, I'm going to do card savers. If you've never submitted a card before, take some bulk commons or something. Take some penny sleeves that you don't mind practicing with and practice putting it in there. I assure you it is not that easy. I don't like doing it, and that's why I don't. So let's take a look at this Dream Halls. This looks really, really nice too. Any surface issues? Not that I can see. Not that I can see. See, look at the centering on the back of this one. If the centering on the back of this card is fantastic. I don't see any surface issues on this card. There is a little, I'm going to try to get this again. It's really hard to see. Also I have like, I don't know, there's a little something up there. I don't know if it's going to come out on the camera, but there's a tiny little thing up there. I don't know how much that might affect the edge grade. I doubt it. I doubt it would be much at all. But yeah, this is really nice. There's a little bit of wear there too. You can see. But overall, I mean, this is a really nice card. I think this is also going to go. I really like both of these cards. They might not be 9.5s, but I think for sure they'll be 9s. Let's go ahead and get that in there. Brand new penny sleeve. Brand new top loader. Brand new team bag. So yeah, this is a long video. Thanks for hanging out. I really appreciate you guys. If you're not already a subscriber here and you're watching me go through all these cards, hit that subscribe button and join in the fun. I'm going to be doing this kind of stuff all the time here on Gem Mint MTG. I absolutely love this stuff. I love submitting cards. I love talking about the cards that I'm submitting, why I'm submitting them, all that fun stuff. Hit that subscribe button and join. All right, here's that one. Looks beautiful. Beautiful. Let's take a look. Okay. Pretty nicely centered. It's not perfect, but top to bottom's pretty good, and the left to right isn't too bad. You know, cards like this, I've seen cards like this get 9.5 centering. So let's take a look at those corners. Look really good. Edges look really nice. Let's flip it on the back. Wow. Really, really nice card. I'm going to try to get the surface angle here. Don't see anything on the surface. It looks very nice. No, this is a very, very, very nice card. There's a couple tiny little, just minor scuff marks on there, but that's not going to stop me from grading this one. This looks really nice. The surface is extremely clean outside of that tiny little scuff there. Yep, this one is going in the grading pile too. See, fantastic. Yeah, I'm very confident in these dream hauls. I think these are 9s minimum, and 1 or 2, maybe 9.5s would be awesome. And my dream hauls collection will continue to grow. And I like dream hauls. If you haven't seen me talk about this card already, I genuinely think that the Commander format has changed, MTG finance, reserve list collecting completely. Before EDH existed, cards like this, they had no home. It was banned in so many formats. Once, in Vintage, you're not really going to see this card in Vintage or Legacy or anything. But Commander, people love playing stuff like this, especially high-powered decks. Cards like this, people love playing them. I am a collector, but I'm also a player. I play a lot of Magic. I play lots of different formats. I play old school. I play pre-modern, which I just got into. I play modern. I love EDH. I play a lot of formats, and I absolutely love the game. And collecting is a different part of that. But I do feel like certain formats just change the demand for cards completely. And Commander in particular, people love blinging out their decks. They love using high-powered niche cards like this, and that's why I think that the future for cards like this is just spectacular. People like playing with cards like this. Really nice. I'm really happy with these dream hauls. These all look really nice. Let's take a look right now. We got a couple more cards to go through here. And the dream hauls were 40 each. 40 each, which is about the near mint price. They cooled off a little bit. But I saw them, loved them. I love dream hauls. I was willing to give him pretty much near mint price for those. Because, and also, he kind of gave me a deal on some of the other stuff. Yeah, so take a look at these. This is what we've got so far in the grading pile. It looks great. This is the start of a really nice submission. I'm really excited about this. I have a lot of cards that I'm going to be grading soon, and I think these are going to be an awesome addition to that submission. Let's go through a few more cards here. We've got, let's just do these together, Winding Canyons and Cadavers Bloom. I already got a 9.5 Cadavers Bloom, which is awesome, but I wouldn't mind having another. Let's take a look at this Winding Canyon. So this Winding Canyon is in a deck protector, not a penny sleeve. If you didn't catch it the first time I said it, Never put cards that you want to grade into a deck protector. They're too rigid. You can scuff or chip the edges or corners when you are putting them in or taking them out of a deck protector. Be extremely careful and do not ever submit a card in a deck protector. Don't store it in a deck protector. Just no deck protectors. Penny sleeves, top loaders. That's the only thing you should be putting your graded cards in. This Winding Canyon is nice. Look at this. Winding Canyon, another one. Commander. This is a fantastic card in Commander. Commander has changed MTG Finance forever. Cards like this are just, they're great to play with. You could play your creature cards whenever you could play instants. It's colorless. You can use it in any color deck. This is kind of a green ability, being able to play instants at playing creatures at flash speed. It's kind of a blue or green power usually, but this can go in any deck, and people like to play with cards like this. Oh yeah, look at that. Nice back. No surface issues. There's a little bit of try to get it on the camera there. Right there on the edge there. There's a little bit of a ding there, but not much at all. You can kind of see it on that side too. But this card is really nice. Card is really nice. Corners look good. Edges look good. I feel like this is despite this very small surface issue, this card looks fantastic. I think this one's going to go in the graded pile. We'll have to see. This will be a good experiment to see if this card does get into near mint condition instead of mint or gem mint, because I feel like the edges and the corners are fantastic. The centering is relatively good. Top to bottom is good. It's a little off left to right, but not too bad. Okay, let's take a look at these Cadavers Blooms. This is not an extremely valuable card, but cards like this just have a place with me personally. I absolutely love the Mirage block. This is when I bought a lot of Mirage. I had the Prosperous Bloom deck that used this card to win. I cannot believe cards like this are the prices they are, and I just think they have a great future. And I'm picking up really nice copies now. I feel like certain cards are just yet to be fully appreciated, and this is one of them. The power level on this card is extremely high. Get these out of there. Look at the print difference on these two. Wow. This one is played. See that edgeware? You're out of here. Put you in a deck. But look at the printing difference. I've noticed that with some Mirage cards. Like this looks like a fake card. It's not. I assure you it's not. But look at the printing difference. I don't know how much it's going to come out on camera, but it's like, it's so much darker. It's like almost a completely different shade. There is some variance to the Mirage printing of cards. Yeah, look at this. This almost looks yellow as opposed to like the gold here. Let's see, how do we feel about these? This one, we've got edgeware there. You can see a little bit of edge up there. Let's get this on camera. That edge nick there. The edgeware here. Any surface issues? A few surface these are hard to get on the camera, but there's a little bit of surface scuffing on this card. So because this is a lower value card, I am not going to take any chances on a card like this. Nope, not worth it. Just find a good one. If you can't, don't submit it. But this guy, this looks pretty nice. That looks pretty nice. Pretty well centered, well enough in my opinion. Surface issues, not that I can see. This is very nice. Nice edges. Nice edges. Yeah, this is a nice one. I like this card. I like it a lot. Let's go. Let's go. New sleeve. Yeah, with the card like this, don't submit it unless you're gonna get a really high grade. It's just not worth the cost of grading, in my opinion. I love these cards and I love grading cards, but I'm not gonna lie to you. If you're not gonna get a high grade in a card like this, at this point, I don't think it's worth it. Wait until the bulk submissions open up and you could submit this card for hopefully 10-15 bucks again, because paying $50 to grade a card like this and get an 8, complete waste of money. Complete waste of money. It's going to take away from the profits you would get in other areas. But I think that the ones that come out gem mints are worth it. Really nice. Really nice Cadavers Bloom there. It would be cool to have another gem mint copy. And yeah, I just cards like this, I can't believe that, like, there's just certain cards, and I know people say, oh, the print run, all this stuff, print run, printed to oblivion. But still, for being on the reserve list and being a card that was printed in 1996. Look at this, 1996. This card is old. This card is old. I see a very good future for cards like this with collectors and players. It's a fun card to play with. I actually play this card in an EDH deck. So yeah, really like that card. Okay, so we got 2 more additions here. And the last one we've got here is Mana Vortex. Look at that from the dark. Oh, so cool. So cool. Let's take a look. It looked really nice. These dark cards are so hard to find. Like, I can't even tell you how hard it is to find cards from the dark in grade worthy condition. It is not easy. It is not easy. So let's take a look at the Mana Vortex. Edges look nice. Corners look very nice. There's a very tiny nick up there, but I mean, very slight corner wear there. I feel like these corners could still get 9 or 9.5. Wow, look at the back of that. Look at that. Oh my gosh. These dark cards are just so hard to find in good condition. That's why I was like, you know what? I'm going to take a chance on this one. Yeah, look at that. It's nice. Very nice. And cards like this from the dark, I mean, would a 9.5 on this be great? Yeah, that would be freaking awesome. But even cards in 9 from the dark, in my personal opinion, can and should carry a premium, just because the print quality is, in my opinion, so low. I don't know what it is, like, but just the dark, it's like, God, they're all just in crap condition. So I think that certain sets, you know, those 9s will command a stronger premium than other sets. Like a 9 Cadavers Bloom, I'm not really going to get much of a premium on that. But a 9 Mana Vortex, oh yeah, I think that should command a strong premium. I bought a lot of dark cards, hoping to grade them, and it is not easy. It is very hard to get cards from the dark that are worth grading. Very hard. So this Mana Vortex, I'm really excited about this actually. Even a 9, I would be really happy. And a 9.5, oh man, I'd flip. I would flip. Take a look at the haul. Yeah, again, long video. Thanks for hanging out. This is awesome. I love being able to do stuff like this. Rather than me just doing this alone in my space, getting to share this stuff with you is just awesome. Okay, all right, so let's take a look at the haul. This is what is going to be going into the grading pile. Mana Vortex from the dark, Winding Canyons from Weatherlight, Cadavers Bloom from Mirage, Dream Halls from Stronghold, Dream Halls, a Lotus Veil, 2 copies of Second Chance. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad at all. Yeah, so most of these were in like the $20 to $30 range. The second chances were a little bit less than that. Those were like 15, I think. Dream Halls were like 40. I think the Mana Vortex was 60 or 70. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, I not a huge discount. Like they were I think they were very fair prices. They were basically near mint with a little bit of a discount because I was buying a lot. We added it all up, on these prices, and then he gave me a little bit of a discount off the total. Especially when you add in the graded cards that I purchased that I already went over in the other videos. It was a large purchase. I mean, we're talking it's like $1,500, so it was a large purchase, but I got a lot of cards, and I'm really happy with them. So here you go. Here's all the cards from that Kenosha trip that were raw. Uh, yeah, so I already went on and on about each of these cards. Just want to say once again, thank you so much for hanging out. I really appreciate everybody who's subscribed to the channel. If you're not already a subscriber, hit that subscribe button and join in the fun. I'm going to be doing this all the time. I love grading cards. I love graded cards. I love the market for the cards. I love talking about what's being bought and sold in the market, other people's collections, unique cards, unique collections, things like that. I love this stuff. So thanks for hanging out. We'll do another video once these cards are getting ready for submission, and we'll for sure do a review when they come back and see how these grades came out. All right, until then, thanks. Have a great one.